Ha! Now, got it. So, Tess, you got to remind me to make sure I'm recording. All right,
Okay.
cool. All right, share.
Don't forget to record, Trevor.
Yeah. Thanks, Groot House. You know I'm gonna see you in like 3 weeks. Keep it up. All right. So again, and I know that we have some brand new agents on here too. So as you land, right, you're gonna sit here, see a bunch of stuff. You're stuck looking at my picture for now. Couple things. If you ever want to know, I'll just go through each page. If you want to know where you're at, like the contest stuff doesn't get opened all the time, but if you ever want to see like where you're at in a contest, because they update it monthly, some are quarterly, you can go see like all the stuff coming on. So for like new agents, like Americo, right, just did, you know, a trip for Riviera, right? The trip this year for Am is to literally where like Game of Thrones is filmed. Moo, they just had their thing in Jackson Hole. It's Banff next year. This one that America's doing right now is really cool. To Iceland, right? We got multiple carriers going to Ireland, and then LGA's going there. But you can click on this and go see the details and go from there. Here is a tab that will save you a ton of time. If you go to news, okay, off of your dashboard, okay, news is like the best spot to go because it's going to have like easy access to stuff. One, it always has a national recap there. And here's where you're going to see a couple things. One, you're going to know what the company is focusing on. Why do we go to the national call? Because we want to know what direction we're pointing, right? What we have talked about. We know Pathfinder just got updated, right? The other thing is, hey, important events and dates. And then any of the national calls and webinars are there, and the links are in there if you don't have them saved yet. So they're always there, right? The deep dive, all those, there's the advanced market stuff, but like that is like I use this news tab constantly. Okay. And then on your dashboard now, you'll see what you guys placed last month, what you've submitted this month. As you start building a team, right? You'll see all that stuff. And you can also look at your personal versus like monthly, weekly as it goes through. All right. Reminder, profile for new agents. All your writing numbers, licensing numbers are in there. And update your picture, because if you don't update your picture, you're going to get a funny picture put up. But here is a couple of things that I think are like there on the platforms. I don't ever go here because I can just literally click the boxes or go down here. But this one is the biggest. Again, the commission schedule. This is always open on a tab. So if you're curious about what you're going to make for commission on a product, right? Literally every carrier, every product we have is listed in here, and it'll show you, based upon, like there. Why is this so small? Oh, there we go. Right. So we know, Eagle Select pays, what IUL pays, what term pays, versus where you're going through. And then you'll be able to see a couple things that I think is really important in this. Okay. Is in these, it'll tell you, right, if they need E&O, right, just in time. Okay. But here's the important thing: states where license is required to receive overrides. Okay. Most of this is the same at most carriers. But if you have an agent on your team and you would like an override and they're selling in that state and you don't have the license, you're not going to get paid. Okay. Every carrier has that, right? So if you like log into AmAm, you can see, hey, where is the specific notes, those kind of things. Why is this so stinking small? I feel like they did an adjustment to this. Okay. But you'll be able to see what's there and where it's there. But I always have that open on my tab. Okay. For me, the updates, I'm really looking at that. Okay. Is in the carriers. It's there. You're going to want to be at conference because you're going to see a little, probably pretty cool announcement on these guys. Just a heads up, a little birdie told me last week. So you might see them not down here on the bottom anymore. But example, who just like Mutual just updated a bunch of their shit. So as you're going through, okay, if you want to know like updates, right? So hey, please note Mutual of Omaha is discontinuing their disability products. Disability is expensive. It's overpriced. Don't try to sell disability. Like you get people, I want disability, and then like go show them what it's really going to cost. It's crazy expensive. But again, hey, Nebraska under age 65, if you're doing this, right? If there's any updates for every carrier, it's there. And then the main things, it'll have their website login e-apps, okay, for each carrier. And as you're going through, again, go click all these boxes because how we communicate is different in everyone, right? We know LGA, we email, we don't call. Just send it to this. And if it needs to go to contracting commissions, it'll go. But right, it's there. And we know they fixed their just-in-time procedure. Thank goodness. Oh, that was so annoying. Because we're waiting. It's coming. So
Hey,
again,
Trevor, real quick with legal in general, you were talking about like states in order to get overrides. Unless they changed it, if you're writing legal in general, make sure your upline and their upline is licensed in that state as well. Otherwise, legal in general holds up the offer.
100%. So they're also fixing that process,
Thank God.
right? Yeah. So it's coming. That process, yes, it is much contention. Little birdie side note, they're building a final expense product for us. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool from what I've heard. But back to here, right? In this, right? If you want to go to an easy quote, right? Again, just you can click their thing. Again, there's going to be some carriers that when you're brand new, you don't get, but you can also click that out of there. Okay. Sales training, right? Summit, LMS, right? And again, calls and webinars. This is where you can go back and see what calls are there. You'll get access to what you're allowed, but the links are all there. And then there's previous recordings, okay? So the Leads Learning Hour, the SME, right? The national call, this is where it is, the deep dive, okay? So if you guys haven't heard me talk enough, you can go on that call. And then the big one, okay? We're going to talk, Ruth and Pat are going to talk about this tomorrow. As you see on the national leaderboards every week, we are tracking FIF resets as a company now, okay? So, and I mean this in the nicest way, you need to use this to get the credit, right? You saw like Miller got a credit. Who else had credit? Yes, somebody else, some other people had gotten credits, right? They got $100 credit for just doing it, okay? But this form
Miss Linda Chung got a credit.
Yeah, Linda Chung. Someone else did too. So, and as it goes through,
Christina Milliken.
there you go. Yeah. I don't remember who it was, right? So here's one of the things I don't think gets used enough, all right, is the process, right, and what to do, okay? This literally shows you how to fill it out, okay? How to look up the lead, how to go through, okay? So before you just go, hey, how do you do this? Go check this out, okay? It's literally that easy. They have all these documents built to go through there. But you need to go through to get the credit and have that in there, all right? Reporting and stats, okay? Here's another cool one, okay? You can see all your leaderboards, what you have access to, production, recruiting, summit, events, okay? And just know everybody up always, and I keep saying this because I just want to make sure everybody knows, right? Everybody's up like and sees your stuff, okay? But on this, you can go look right? Because I put that big IUL in this month, so my numbers are whack. But you can go click on this, right? And you can look at what you've done. You can also, like, if you want to see like leaderboards, right? Like what people have done, where they're at, what your team's doing, what Scott's team's doing. You'll be able to like see everybody. You can click on all of that. Ooh, I gotta stay ahead of Fred this week. Not that I'm competitive, but again, as you want to look in there, okay, you can see all that stuff. I also can look at who's signing into HQ, how many active agents there are, right? Like all that stuff is like in there for us to look at. Okay. So take advantage of that. I think it is underutilized and go through there. On policies, okay, you can actually go see. So this is where opt is going away. They're trying to get it totally fixed, but just know submitted, pending, place, conserve. Who knows what a conserve policy is besides Bender? Bender's not allowed to say. Do we know what a conserve policy is?
Yes, that's a policy that was falling off, and we were able to keep it on the book.
So, and there is a team at Quility that does that. Okay. So if you have policies that are going off, there's literally a department that calls to follow up to get it back on the books. Okay. And if they get it back on, right, depending upon what it was, it'll go there. But if you see that, that's what, but Quility literally has a conservation team to help us, try to keep policies on the books. Does that make sense, everybody? Oh, there you go. But there you can go see your place there. So if you go back to, again, your profile, right? It's going to be different. I'm going to pick on somebody so you can see who's on the call. Maybe Cameron Allen. Here we go. We're going to pick on you, Cam. So when you want to see someone, you can go see this yourself, but this is what you'll see, right? So this is showing last month's, right? So Cam just started. So it's saying pending. Does he have any placed? Right? It's going to roll through. No, because it's just showing last month's, right? You can go look at the data and what they've done, but you can do this for yourself. Okay. You'll also be able to see like your apps as they're coming through. Okay. On what's getting done, but take advantage of that. Like that's super there. On the leads, this is again where it's coming, right? How do you add a lead into funnel? Create referral. Okay. Dang, grab it. Back. Right? Create referral. And you can add that in. So that's where you can add those in and have them go. Okay. So on the marketplace, when you're trying to figure out what states, okay, you want to do, okay, and you're looking at, there's a bunch of stuff in there, but these are all the lead streams that are available. Know that if you're using an outside source, okay, there is a boatload of fire chasing attorneys that are going after thing, okay, to make sure you're not HUP compliant. All right. This is the one I'm always looking at now. Alex, Dallin, and the team are updating this constantly. Okay. What is the heat map? It's telling you based upon what lead you're trying to work. Tier 3 has the most leads, tier 2, and then tier 1. So, like if you're a new agent starting on bonus leads, we know Texas, right? Florida, these are, the darker ones there. As it goes through. Okay. If you're looking digital lighthouse, hey, my state's always going to be empty because no one freaking lives there. But right, we know, hey, certain other states, right? Illinois, right? Cali, Arizona, like we're doing, where tier 2, some of them. But if you want to know, like, hey, what should I do? But focus on tier 3 as you're starting to look at it. And then remember, you can put in an SLO out of the gate now, which I think is huge. All right. And if you want to learn more about leads for the new agents on here, this literally go to the lead fact sheets, click this, and it'll show you what everything is. Okay. This is arguably like, I think, like the biggest area that doesn't get utilized. Okay. Let's be honest here. How many of you have ever gone through and actually read the agent handbook? Yeah. Of course Cam did because he's pioneer like me. So
I have,
right?
sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Yeah, but like go read it, right? Like go read the handbook. Like there's a lot of stuff in there that will help explain that you need to know. Are you trying to build a team and become an agency owner? Go read the agency owner handbook. Like understand what's happening. You're going to hear terms and things that are there, okay? And go back, and Todd had all his Todd talks in here. Go listen to all these. They're so good. Okay? Like there's so much like cool information in these. Go back and take advantage of them, okay? So, on the corporate side, okay, all the core values, the leadership, all of that's there. But this is the other huge one for marketing, right? If you are trying to find assets to use, okay, there's explainer videos. Look how many videos there are. There's a boatload of videos if you want to use them, okay? Like there's a ton of stuff to share. This is what we can do, all kinds of stuff, okay? So and it even shows you how to share a video on Wistia. So that I use when people are like, where do you get the video? This is where I get them from. Right? There's literally an agent YouTube recruiting playlist. You can also submit to get marketing forms if you want some, right? Like if you're right looking to do this kind of stuff, it's there. All right. Yes, we have benefits. Okay, you can roll into them. That's there. And then on the promotions and bonuses, again, that's all there. Tickets. Okay, so they moved. Okay, the little Darko and the team that used to be here for HQ is all moved to Funnel now. Okay, so if you're in Funnel, you noticed you get a real human being. Okay, if you need a ticket, right? If you need help, this is where you go now. You can submit a support ticket. Okay, you can do it for whatever department you want. All right, take advantage of that. That's how they want you to communicate now and go through. All right. And the other thing, look at your perform dash, right? Take advantage of this. These are things you can look at what you're trying to do. And if you're building a team, the accelerate side will kind of show you like how the team's doing, where it's going, what you've done, things you're looking at there. So, it's going to constantly keep getting updated, but I think that's like super duper important to take advantage, especially as the leads and everything get moved over to there. I want to know where Katya is at. I keep staring at her and I see like grass. She looks like she's like laying by the pool.
But I am at the pool. I don't work today because it's a holiday in Utah. So I brought my daughter to the pool and I'm just sitting here with my computer.
That's awesome. That's right.
Yes.
That's why we're doing this, because you can do this, from
Exactly.
anywhere. I ran out and took Major and had lunch yesterday. So, those type of things are there. All right. So, who is on track? It's the last week of the month, right? Who is on track and what are we trying to achieve, right? Like, are you trying to get what kind of promotion? Like, are you trying to get a commission promotion, a team promotion? What are we trying to do?
Team promotion and commission promotion. $700 away from it, and then hiring a bunch of people.
Okay. Where, right? Because remember, Symmetry tracks here, but we have until next Thursday for placed business. But where are you at? Like, put in chat, like, what is everybody chasing here? Like, what are they there? You're not sure. Trying to get first by T leader. All right. 85. I like it. Okay. Yep. Love it. Yes, every week. It's just do that. All right, one person on the team. Love it, M. 95 for Jess. Okay. Ooh, I like it. All right, 3K for Sweet, 10K for. All right, I like it, Bender. Okay, I like that side of it. Who else is trying to chase the Sweet? Yeah, well, I know Walnut is. Like, you can get there. Like everybody can. Like, but why do like I ask? Because you got to put your goals out there to achieve them, and really understand your brain does not know the difference between something that actually happened for real and what you tell it. Okay. So if you say, I am bad with technology, your brain is going to not be good with it. You have to like rewire that side of things. If you say, I don't like dialing, you're not going to like dialing. You have to like start rewiring that. But literally, there's like data and tests done now that literally show your brain does not recognize the difference between something you strongly believe and have thought about versus what's happened. Oh, Mel snuck in. Yeah.
How do you tell? I have a question, Trevor. How do you tell somebody that? How, in a because I have somebody in my life that,
Okay.
but how do you tell somebody that if you keep thinking that way, your brain's going to believe that that's how it is?
You tell them that, and then ask them, right? What everybody on here that has dealt with me, if you come to me and what help, what am I going to ask you?
What
What book are you reading?
What are you
Correct.
reading?
And everybody's chuckling because they all know Trevor's going to ask you that. Even if you're not on my team, I'm going to ask you. Why? Because that's what my mentors do to me. They want to know, okay, what are you working on? What are you reading? Right? Like where it's going there. So you have to rewire it. Like you have to rewire how it looks, right? Like Scott Schnitzer was talking about today. Like, and I love it. Him and I talked about this quite a bit. You've heard me talk about like I have non-negotiables. Do you have non-negotiables in your life? When it comes to your business and your life, like, hey, I'm going to do this every day. So for them that are saying that, it's there, right? You get around the person that's, Pigpen from Charlie Brown, and like the black cloud just follows them wherever they go. And it just seems like it's always bad stuff happening. I can tell you, like, their brain is most likely not thinking at that. Oh, absolutely, Sarah, right? Like, right when they tell people, hey, we're giving you this pill and it's going to do this for you. It is, but it is so important to change how you do that and to where you want to go, as far as that goes. So but you got to hold yourself accountable for that, right? Because conference is coming. I know it's all we talk about, but we should be. Do you have your plan in place for conference? I'm going to keep drilling this home these last couple of weeks. Do you have what questions you want to ask? Right? Like, do you know, like, hey, like, I'm going to go, like, I want to find this person and have this conversation with them. Like, do you really have like that in place? Yes, no, kind of, right? Like, you really need to do that, right? Like, I know what questions I specifically want to ask Brandon, Casey, Meredith, and Pope when I get to go to that lunch now, right? Like, I know like what I want to say, right? And what I want to learn, right? And like for me, right? Like it really comes down to like here, like I'll pull up my list here and I'll share a couple with you guys. Hold on, let me move this over here. My computer's going. Okay. And I'll put these in chat. Like here is like here's some of the questions I want to ask here. Because I've been working on this for months. So give me a sec. Put that in there. I'm almost there, guys. I wasn't ready to go down this rabbit hole. Right. So there's some questions you can think about, right? Like if you're running into people, right? Like, love you, babe. Like what's been most effective for helping new agents go from stuck to self-efficient, right? Like these are things I want to ask like me, other leaders, right? Like I know, right? Like that third one for me, right? How do you train belief into someone who's never had a win before? Right? Like I think about that question all the time. Like I constantly think about that, right? Like how well to say, like, how do you train belief into someone that is constantly negative? You have to like start figuring out how to get wins. Okay. And what are wins? Wins can be you showed up on camera. Of course, I'll talk about what everybody says. I don't hide anything. So, right? Like what's a win? Show up on camera instead of not showing up on camera. Right? Like when you get on a call, pay attention and be engaged. Don't be doing 7 other things. Right? Like that's a win. Right? Like you got to start stacking smaller wins to get it going. Right? Because you're going to get to hear different things, right? You're going to hear top producers say they just believe in failing forward. You're going to hear other top producers say, no, you got like, I role played and I really practice. You got to figure that part out of it for you. But like, are you struggling with like there, like one of the questions I like asking other agents, like I asked Joel Kimsey last year, I said, what are you saying on the phone or in your appointments that other agents don't say? Right? Like if you want to know, like, what do you like ask like real questions to get like there versus just like, hey, I'm going to keep kind of harping this quit, the quit pricking your brain thing. Okay. I also like, I want to know like, what, like for me, like, I'll tell you like what I want to ask Brandon and Casey and them is like, what do they hope leaders walk away from at conference thinking differently about? Right? Like I want to know like what direction they're, foreshadowing the company and what when we all leave, what do they want to see leaders thinking differently about than before they came? Like that's one of the questions I really want to ask them. So have a couple of those, like know what they are, have them ready, because it's really going to help you as you go in on what you're trying to do. So, and like that, like I all the times, like part of the reasons I like going on other people's calls is because I just want to see what they're doing. I want to see how they're doing it. Right. Like I stole some and I told her I stole something for Christina to watch this recently. I was like, oh, I love that. I looked at her like I literally said, I'm stealing that from you. Like I'm literally stealing that from you. And she's like, great. That's what's cool here. Right. Like take that stuff and build it on as it goes, as it goes forward. So, like, like as you go in, try to have like when you're meeting someone, have it be about like mutual discovery. Because guess what? If you're doing that on your sales call tool, it will help. Because how many times when you're like talking to someone and you say, and and you ask, hey, would it be difficult for you financially, right? If something were to happen to your spouse for asking that question at the 7 appointment, and then they say it, how many times out of 10 do you say, well, tell me more about that afterwards? Or do you just keep going? If you just keep going, it's most likely why you're also not getting showed, right? You want like that little phrase, just tell me more about that, right? or you can ask them, hey, can you expand on that a little for me? Take that little thing, because what it's going to do, it's going to get them talking about their why, whether that's a why because you want to come work here, or a why I want to protect my family. You know, like who wants to do that and how. So like make it about like mutual discovery, and either like if you're a paper person, right, well, but like make a note card and like have it in like your pocket, right? I will have my notes on my phone. I will have my tablet that I'm writing everything on. But those are the things you got to have at, as you're going forward there, um, to do that, because you can take that kind of stuff. So, um, like really have like a bullet list of what I want to do. Um, like, like, and also like try to bring value to the people you're trying to meet. And it could just be like, hey, I heard you on this call. I loved it. It meant a lot to me. Thanks. Like that's okay too, as we roll through there. So I want to take the last couple of minutes and see if anybody has any questions or stuff they're struggling with they want to go over.
Can I just say one thing before questions? You just never know who you can learn from. So obviously I've learned a hell of a lot in 6 months and even just a couple months. But I ordered that little black book of Jeremy Miner's because Emily Willis did, and I asked her, I'm like, is it value? I mean, I'm sure it's valuable, but it was like 29 bucks. And I feel like if I hadn't shown up on office hours and just get little nuggets here and there, and actually, like, I will admit it distracts me from dialing, but sometimes I just get on there and like turn off my camera so I don't hear and see all the things going on. Um, but I mean, Emily is such a badass little leader in the making because she's teachable, she fails forward, but I've learned so much from her. And she's like half my age. And that's the beautiful thing about this company, I think, is that like you just never know who you can learn from. So just wanted to throw that in.
100%. Yeah, like, but that's there. Like, like, do you have anything like you guys like are struggling going over?
I
Why?
have a question. So I bought some digital autonomy leads, lighthouse leads,
Okay.
and one of them kind of got lost. It's like not in HQ, but I got an email about the lead that dropped.
Okay.
Who do I contact?
So go into HQ, right? Go into like
Mhm.
your leads. And if you click on the lead here, I'll show you. This is actually like a great question to show. All right. So you can go into leads, my leads. Okay. Right. You can push the lead to op and FIF, or you can like request credit, right? Like it's there. So if those are the things you're trying to do, or just go in and create a ticket, right? Go support, right? You can go down here, create it, right? Leads, create a ticket and submit it that way.
Okay, because it's not even showing up on like my
Yeah.
leads in
Yeah.
HQ.
So hit some more to like submit a ticket if it won't show up. Do it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I have a question.
Ask
First
away.
of all, everyone applaud Mario for finally putting up my my
Oh, he's putting up your whiteboard?
finally. Because
Yay,
I'm
Mario!
writing apps, so
Yeah. Oh my
That's
gosh,
working.
Gary was gonna message him the other day to ask if it was up yet.
Yeah, I'm off work and I'm working at home.
Good job,
Okay.
Good job, Antonio.
I have a question. So something I've been struggling with is when I'm talking to a client and they give me their medications, I feel like so, you know, like dumb when like and I want to sound more professional, like I know what meds they're talking about. Like even when I'm writing them down, I don't. So is there like a place I don't know, a website or something that like I can put in, like where medications is what I'm struggling with.
Okay, so one funnel will tell you what it is now. So if
Okay.
you put in the medication search, right, it literally will show you like it will like it'll even help spell it right, but then you can click on it. The other thing I do is I just put it like on the internet. Just get close to typing it. I don't handwrite them
Okay.
down. I just have a tab open and I'll be like, oh, what is that? Oh, okay. I know what that is now.
Okay.
So, but here's what's cool about funnel. Like, let me show you like what it's gonna dang damn it. Okay. All right. That's annoying. Love when brand new leads say stop. Share.
Maybe we can find out this meds because like she takes
Yeah,
for
we'll
high
show you.
blood pressure,
Yep, hold on.
a
We'll show you
baby.
what it is right here. This is perfect. This is why we're doing this.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
All right. This is my fake person. Um how old?
60.
Do you have height and weight?
Yeah, 5'3",
Okay.
270.
Oof.
Yeah. Non-smoker. The only thing is yeah, high blood pressure.
Yeah, the weight's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm trying to see if there's anything besides Corbridge.
So Transamerica graded and they just dropped their rates. Okay. So on the graded product, I don't know if you guys saw the email, it came out either last night or this morning. They just dropped their graded rates pretty significantly, actually. So you can look at their graded product. But yeah, right. So say we make her 170, okay, for the sake of looking at medications.
Okay.
So right. So, oh, I had type 2 diabetes in there. Let's go back to 270. I still think it's going to put him in graded. Yeah, it's still going to put him in graded. So, okay. We're going to make it not 2,700.
She also had CHF, but like since 2017, it's not showing up. So I don't really know what that means. It
Right.
just-
So when you're doing medications now, right, you can be like, right. So here's one people are starting to get subscribed more. It's called Suboxone. Okay. And you go search, right? See the little eye over here, right? This will literally like tell you a little bit of what it is. But down here at the bottom, a lot, what it's going to do a lot of times is tell you what the possible conditions are, right? Like, lisinopril, right? Say it's lisinopril with hydrochlorothiazide, right? So see how it says hypertension, stroke, stent, angina, heart failure. So if they're taking lisinopril with HTZ, it'll tell you like, hey, and then you can ask them like, hey, have you ever had a stent? Have you ever had angina? Oh my God, don't even get me started, Cam. So yeah, like it's ridiculous. It's so bad, right? And now here's the big challenge, and I'm sure people are starting to see it. These weight loss doctors are subscribing, right, metformin and Ozempic for weight loss when they don't have diabetes. Now, LGA will work with that. I just had a woman get a letter from her doctor that stated she's never had diabetes, she's never been diagnosed. They did it for weight loss and on there.
Trevor, that happened to me yesterday because we were doing the Americo IUL and it said and she's taking semaglutide, but so it wouldn't let me, it wouldn't approve her because it says she's pre-diabetic or diabetes.
Yep.
It said no. So we had to go to MU, but yeah, that's what's happening now. So I told my agent, I'm gonna start asking that like weight loss question, like weight loss.
Yeah,
problems.
I
Yeah.
ask the GLP now. That's how I ask it, right? Hey, you doing any weight loss? Right? If I see their weight, I'm like, have you ever had any GLP? You know, that kind of stuff, because it'll show on there, right? So, but you can also on this side, right, type in the condition, right? If you go right, like COPD, what does it do? It's going to ask you questions, okay? Right? Like if you do heart attack, heart failure, right? Like when was it? Okay. Right. So we know if it's right. If I go 1 year, see how everybody went away? If I go 1 to 2 years, some come up, right? 2 to 5 years, it starts changing who it does, right? And then 5 years, right? It does more. So like it's built to like go over all that stuff. The other side of it is you said she was non-tobacco though?
Yeah, non-tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to game plan because she's my next appointment. And I'm like, I want to see if I could get her anything besides just corporate.
Yeah, so that Transamerica graded is saying they'll take her. And remember, when you're in funnel, if you click info, right, it's going to help you with a ton of stuff. Okay. So they're graded same, only goes to 25, instant decision. Remember this, don't do credit cards, even if like trans will take it, don't do it. You're going to spend hours and hours and hours of time chasing clients for credit cards. Don't take credit cards. You will be very happy you didn't. So, right. But if you want the product guide, just click it and it'll literally like pop open the product guide. So maybe, yeah, there it is. So, it's a big file, but you can go literally every product does that now. Okay. So, right. If you're looking at, okay, hey, what's the info on there? Right. Like, you know, one of the, and I'll just be honest here, one of the reasons, right, I don't like UHL's GIWL, 100% chargeback if the insured dies in the first year, right? So, right, they die 12 months in, it's there, right? So it's one of the reasons I like people are like, go do it. I don't want to write that. I'd rather just go over to Core Bridge and deal with it. So, what's wrong with credit cards? How many people on this call have had to replace a credit card in the last year? Credit card, debit card, any one of them. Yeah, every single person. That's what's wrong with them, right? Like it's just all the fraud, everything with it. You're just going to be chasing clients for it, right? And then yeah, so some of the carriers, i.e., Americo, they won't even take them now. The one sweet spot trans does have that I think is good is if they're an older couple and they only have, if their only option is the Social Security debit card, right? They will take that. So Transamerica's FE will work with that. That money is deposited directly into the account. There's less and less people with that, but it's definitely there.
One thing I do if the only thing you can do is a credit card, I only take a credit card. It's a white lie, but it works for me. I say the carrier will accept a credit card as long as the expiration date is at least 2 years out from today. And the reason I do that is because this way, at a minimum, you get out of that chargeback, kind of get past the 1 year.
Right. But if they just decide, hey, I don't want to pay it, and they cancel their card.
Yeah, then you're
right?
screwed anyway. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And yeah, I'm saying that's as a last resort. But
okay.
I agree. Don't take credit cards.
Here's one other thing real quick as we're talking about tips with carriers. I'm going to give you guys a very cool LGA trick here. Okay. How many dislike the fact we have to have an offer sent to them and we don't have their bank info? How would you like a workaround for that? Yes. If you get them the temporary insurance, they're not going to get billed for it. But if you check it, you can then enter their account info now. So always check going forward on LGA, check the temporary insurance because they'll take the bank information. Okay. And the first payment, if they're approved, is just their first payment. They're not going to bing them for the TIA, but you take that side of it out where you're waiting to try to get that now. So there you go. Got that from Aubrey at Legal in General, by the way, because she's tired of hearing me bitch about the offer thing. Me and every other agent at this company. So it's not just us. But there you go. There's a little trick for LGA. All right, boys and girls. Well,
Can I ask one question or do you gotta go?
no, you know.
I'll be
say that.
super quick unless
Oh no, I'm
it's
good. I got time. I'm good.
okay. It's a funnel question. So
Okay.
learning the hard way and just diving in.
Okay.
If you have more than 300 leads and like, you know how it only loads 300, are they just waiting until they've onboarded everybody or how do you get around that?
Are you at your computer?
Yes.
Share your screen.
Mm,
You kind of gotta like, Jimmy rig it a little bit, but I'll show you. So yes, the 300 things there, but there's a way to like do it. Oh, Jess, she's coming for you. She's got to fill out that survey on you, Jess.
I have so much to say.
It says my name on it.
No,
Well,
it's all
no, but it will, yes, because it'll say whoever your upline is.
Oh,
I thought it was, mine always says Helen.
yeah, mine.
Because it's whoever the agency owner is. Okay, right. So you see it, right? It's gonna stick it there. Here's what you got to do. Okay. See where it says custom filters and that kind of thing over on the left and system filters, right? You can filter it out by like a state and get access to some more essentially. But the rest of them are coming. They're working on it. They don't want to break everything. So,
yeah,
but that's kind of how you got to sneak through is that way.
over here.
Yep.
Okay. And then let's say someone does not want to be contacted again, like they're just over it. And I disable them, but they don't really disappear. What if they show up in a dial session like 2 days from now and they're like, I told you 2 days ago. Like, do I just need to like,
So when I go, yeah, like you can so scroll up. What you got to do is like clear the filters there, hit the red clear filter. What you got to do is have those people tagged and have the tag right like over like on that tag drop down. So that way they're not included in there. Right.
yeah,
So like you can like, that's how you got to get around it. I also just go double check all that stuff real quick for now. It's a pain, but I double check it.
so if you disable them in opt, will it sync or not really after they're loaded and
No, that disable and
yeah,
opt doesn't matter.
didn't think so. Opt is so outdated anyway, so hopefully they
Yeah,
do
again, it was
away with it.
yeah, it's all coming into HQ. It's all going to be in here.
Okay. Cool.
Trevor,
Thanks.
did you say that trans went down in price? Because it's more expensive than Corbridge for 15,000.
Well, it might be more expensive, but their graded pricing did go down.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, they're.
And you don't think you think she'll get graded, right, with her weight and.
I mean, that's what it said on the.
Yeah.
That's what it said on the thing.
Okay.
So yeah, like I mean, it's the weight issue. So yeah, and you're gonna make better commission at there too.
Thank
Cool.
you.
All right. Anybody else got
Yeah,
anything?
thank you.
All right, boys and girls. See you all later on, and don't forget about Saturday this week. Dialing for dollars.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, we'll
Have
talk
a
to you
good day,
soon.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.